is no more. I've always wanted kids, and I have 3 kids of my own now, and they've lost their dad, and I'm their mom. It sucks. So how am I doing? It's day to day. I'm proud of myself for, how I've coped so far. I'm proud of my kids for how we've been able to try to pull through, but it's horrible. It's just horrible. But I'm here, I'm breathing, and I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
But something that you've said to me a lot over these months sometimes is it's a beautiful nightmare.
It's a beautiful nightmare.
And when you say that, what do you mean?
Everybody knows by now, Uche and I were college sweethearts. And I remember when he was 17 and I was 19. And we were sitting in my dorm room at Northwestern. And we used to have this beautiful view of this clock tower. And we would stare out the window sometimes at the clock tower and just talk and dream. And sometimes just not talk and just be. Fast forward almost 30 years, I'm sitting in this beautiful, beautiful hospital room, and we were looking at this beautiful view of New York City. Here we are again, not talking. And I remember staring out the window, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like this crazy full circle moment. Here we are again, not talking, and it feels like a beautiful nightmare. It felt scary, it felt divine, it felt bigger than us. But at the end of the day, when we shut the door and it was just us, that was always when we felt like we were at our best. And my 19-year-old self did it, and then my 47-year-old self was doing it again, and it was just and we would just hold hands, and the nurses would come in and they would call us the lovebirds, and we would just look at each other, say I love you, and hold hands. But that's what I mean by beautiful nightmare, because I found beauty in the nightmare. And trust me, it is a nightmare to watch a 45-year-old do 2 triathlons and live and breathe off of soccer and his kids, to take a guy like that and watch him have to deal with this fight was a nightmare. But the way he fought it, and the way we rallied together, and the way we saw the best of humanity, that was beautiful. So it's my beautiful nightmare. People will say, what? But I ran that marathon with that on my shoulders. It's like it got stronger, Listen, we would have been married 18 years this month, and it just felt like we always kind of had it. And when he was dying, I would say, this sucks, and it's scary, but if you asked me if this was going to be my fate, I would do it all over again. Great, yellow construction paper, I did the helmet hair. Miss James will tell you, I did little hoop earrings and a little box by my head in 5th grade, and you got me all the way here, and you take my husband. Are you kidding me? Really? What did I do? Why me? There can't be a God. No way a God would do that to somebody like Sheinelle. There's no way, right? It would be very easy to think that. But you look at somebody like my husband, his faith is what kept him going. You talk about faith over fear, he had it. And when he was low, there was nothing I could say. There was nothing anyone could say. The only thing that would soothe his heart would be praise and worship music. And it would just give him this peace. And I watched him in his toughest moments. His faith is what gave him peace. And so I think, okay, if Uche can have faith when his life is on the line, surely I can. And surely we all can. And so I saw him hold on to it, and so then I held on to it as well.
You've been incredibly strong for your kids. You have your own grief and your own sorrow, but you're also raising 3 kids and carrying their grief as well. And how are they doing? How are they handling their young teenagers?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what makes this harder. There are times where if I could just stay in bed, keep the door closed, not answer my phone, and just sit, it would be amazing. But I can't do that because I have 3 little beings who are watching me.
No one gives you a manual on grief, and there really are no rules about it. It comes at unexpected times and places.
I thought grief was linear. You know, there will be a day I was like, you know, so grief is not like today it's better, it's better, it's better. As I've learned to just look up at the rain and let it be a cleansing rain and let it clear the air. And so I don't run away from crying anymore when it comes to grief. I see it as like, okay, here comes my cleansing rain, and it's okay.
And this season is different.
It is.
But you're still you.
I'm still me, and that is why I'm here. I will tell you, I have feverishly searched for a muse, or like, who can I admire? Who's lost their husband that I could be? I went to YouTube and I was trying to find like the closest thing to me. So I Googled Black Widow, and it's just spiders. Part of this club. But cancer doesn't have to steal our joy. We can get up, we can get out of bed, and we can go to work. We can go to school. We can squeeze the most out of the days that we have. And honestly, I feel like Uche's heartbeat lives on in mine. I owe it to him to just squeeze the most I can out of this thing. It's like, okay, we got this for you. And so for all of us who are grieving, it's like, okay, we can grieve, but we can also still try to move forward. And we don't move on, but we move forward with our loved ones. And I hope that just by me being on this set and me returning to work, it's like, okay, if I can do it, so can you, right? So don't get me wrong, like, my heart still hurts. So if you see me now and you see me laughing, or you turn on the morning show and I'm laughing or having a good time, you root for me, because I'm fighting for my joy. Hi, everybody.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Let me just say two things. There may be some people who are watching and they say, you know, why didn't she share? Like, why did she hold this for so long? And what I will tell you is that Uche was fiercely private. I chose the spotlight, but he did not. He was not on Instagram. He wasn't on Facebook. And when he got this diagnosis, he asked me, he said, please, like, I want to handle this privately. And he was so protective of us and the kids over the years that it was my turn to be protective. And he was so loyal, so it was my turn to be loyal. And we honored that.
Yeah.
And so that is why now I feel comfortable talking. And I talked about how we experienced the best of humanity. I mean, from the doctors, we had a dream team. I'll just say it at NYU, Dr. Dan Oringer and Dr. Alex Miller. Hospice workers are earth angels. There's this quiet ecosystem of earth angels that we don't even know exist. You talk about a hospice worker in the middle of the night, they would say, Sheinelle, go to sleep. You be a wife. Let us be the nurse. And we do all the things, right? Hudson Valley Hospice, all of those folks. And you guys, my family would come in town and they'd say, oh, you guys really are family. I mean, this guy bringing breakfast sandwiches to my kids while they were in hospice. This one, his first surgery, praying with us before he was whisked away to his last moments. This one, I read all the text messages, the scriptures, the praise and worship. Like, this one talking me off a cliff in hospice. I mean, it's just Saturday morning. Oh, this is from Jenna Bush Hager. These are just some sweets for the kids. You guys have been my oxygen. So, and you guys at home, all the messages and prayers, and I'm so thankful. And this is my dream, and I didn't know how I would feel today, but walking through 30 Rock, this is a regal building if you haven't been to New York City, and I felt humbled by it, and I'm honored that it took this much time for me to be able to share our love story. And so, here I am. Bear with me, but I'm here.
Thank God you're so blessed.
Yeah.
And it's okay.